How to build relationships with partner and live in the moment. What books and what non-duality teachers you recommend? So when it comes to interacting on the human level, you have to see that speaking is happening and responding is happening. Often what we do when we get into this subject is we try to live out our interpretation of what being non-dual is. So we're trying to be free, which can be helpful to an extent because you're trying to recondition yourself, but eventually what it comes down to is totally surrendering and letting life act through you. So you're not controlling your relationships, you're not trying to be someone in relationship. There is just relating appearing. But that's a really, really deep message. Like for action just to be coming out. So if they say to you, you haven't done the washing up or cleaned up today, rather than being like, there is nobody, it couldn't have been any other way, that's what's happening. You just respond like, I didn't feel like it, leave me alone, you're always nagging, or whatever you say. Like it just comes out, it just dances. But that's very deep realization, that's a very deep shift. Like often when you first get into this subject, you're so identified, you've got so much seeking going on, the personal relationships can be quite hellish. Like at first they can be great, but then when you begin to live together or relate together, they can be quite hellish because you've both got very strong conditions and you've both got strong seeking energy, and you believe that the other one's going to bring you happiness or make you happy. So you're not relating to them right now, you're looking at them as a source of happiness in the future. And that's like an unnatural relating. There's not just a response happening now. You're waiting, you're like putting away your nuts for later. Like hiding away your nuts, and then you're sitting on them and waiting for this happiness to come in the future. And then when your partner doesn't give you happiness, then it's like, wah, wah, the monster comes out. So this is very deep. Yes. It's very deep. What books and what non-dual teachers you recommend? If you go onto my website, there's like a list of references and there's books and non-duality teachers on there. I've still got to put lots more on there. Like it's still a very small list. There's so many more films and books I would recommend. But just for now, that gives you something to go on. And maybe from them you'll find other things that you'll enjoy. Nice, thank you for your question.